What's up, guys? It's Mitch. It's been a minute since I posted a video. Since I had a little bit of time, I wanted to touch on something. I've been doing a lot more stuff on Instagram lately, not so much on YouTube, but I want to just to be able to add a little bit more videos because, as you probably know, Instagram, it's only like 15 seconds of videos. You can only see a little bit, and then I have to type in like a huge paragraph of explaining what I want to explain because 15 seconds isn't enough. So that's what I'm going to do here. I just posted one about arm training and what I'm doing today and what I've been doing with my clients and just with people that ask help about building up the size of their arms as much as they can. So the principle behind what I do is more so about the size of your muscle and what they do. So if you compare, like, let's say your biceps to your lats, you're not going to be able to train them the exact same way. It just won't work. Your lats are so big, they're so powerful, very, very fast twitch fibers. And I challenge you to think about that when you're training your muscles. What type of fibers make up that muscle for the dominant part? Typically, every single muscle is going to have a combination of both, and depending on your genetics, it's going to be, either one way or the other, or sometimes it's a perfect mixture. For me, I found that it's a pretty good mixture of both. When I was younger, I was able to run long distance, and when I got older, I was very good at sprinting. Sprinting, jumping, all these different things, very fast twitch movements. I was able to do both, and the way you train, it can kind of shift one way or the other. Let's say if you're an endurance athlete if you train to be like a bodybuilder type or very like powerlifting type thing, you can make those fibers shift a little bit more into the fast twitch range. Anyways, if you kind of think about it that way and you learn about what muscle fibers dominate the muscle for most people, if you think about, let's say, your erector muscles in the very lower back, they have to stabilize you pretty much the whole day. When you're moving around, sitting down, standing up, they're constantly firing. There's a lot of stuff going on there. But your lats and your back, how often do you contract your lats? Like, squeezing them back there. It's not very often. They're very slow twitch. Sorry, not slow twitch, fast twitch. Don't get me wrong there. So, when it comes to that, you can kind of determine how you're going to train them. So, back to the arms, very smaller muscle group. And some may have more fast twitch, more slow twitch, but what I found in my training is that a lot of volume will pump them up and get them more results. When you train really, really heavy with the smaller muscle groups, first of all, you don't really have the power behind you. If you're, say, doing a chest press or a bench press, something like that, you're using multiple joints. You're using the shoulder joint, elbow joint, and you can lift a lot more weight. So if you're just using one joint, mostly one joint, then you don't have to really lift as heavy, if that makes sense. As far as size, if you're going for size. And that's what I'm talking about here. So when it comes to training arms, I use more volume, and they're pretty much on a time limit. So if you compare the biceps to the back can be hit crazy hard. Like, every time I have back day, you annihilate the back. It can take so much of beating and damage, you could just annihilate it. So you go crazy with it, but with the arms, the smaller muscle groups, you don't need to do that. Not at all. You could still train them hard with intense workouts and whatnot, but when it comes down to it, there's not going to be a whole lot of blood flow. And if you've been training for a long time, you know that. You know that the arms pretty much have a time clock on them. As soon as you start lifting, I would give them, sometimes I think the max has been like 45 minutes. And that's on a perfect, amazing day where there's so much blood flow in the arms, it's just insane. You can't even move them. They're so pumped up. But typically it's about, 30 minutes or so. So you want to get as much volume, pump it full of blood as much as possible, still taking it to, progressing each week and all that stuff. But you don't have to worry about, annihilating your arms every single time you get into the gym. They're going to respond. They're going to respond to the training that you give them. So, excuse me. But anyways, that's how I've been going about my training. Same with triceps too. Even though they're a little bit bigger, I usually give biceps about 30 minutes and triceps the same thing, another 30 minutes. Sometimes arm day goes a little long because you do the forearms and stuff like that too, if that's something that you want to do. But try going about your training that way. It's extremely helpful. I mean, I put on some crazy size on my arms that way. You can tell. I mean, I used to be at 100. Well, I graduated with like 165 pounds in high school, and I am 24 now, and I'm 205 with about 10% body fat, and it's only coming back down. So, I mean, I put on some crazy size since then, and I've really been proud of the improvement on my arms since they were a smaller body part compared to my other ones. So, take that, use it, take it to the gym, and let me know how it works for you. Remember, you don't need to dominate your arms completely every single time. Just pump them full of blood, get them working, get the burn in there, more volume, and try that out and see how it goes. Let me know. I'll talk to you later. Peace.